Welcome back to another episode of Three Rivers Rundown, podcast number 10. Man,
Double
we did it.
digits.
We did it. Hit double digits.
Let's get a little golf clap, little one. It's a little win.
As we should.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
take those. We take those.
Absolutely.
Real quick to start the episode, I want to point out we have a TikTok now. So if you guys follow us on YouTube and like the short form content, we're going to start posting the TikTok more also. Our boy Dom down there, he runs it. So if you guys like what we're doing
content right now.
Well, if you guys like what we're doing, it's all Dom. If you don't, it's all Dom.
It's all me. And Instagram soon, hopefully.
Yes, soon.
Hopefully.
Very
Baby
soon.
steps. Baby steps.
Yes, sir.
But guys, how was your weekend?
Good. It was a good weekend.
Actually,
Went,
anything special?
Not necessarily. Went out
long
for dinner
5-day weekend for me.
Yeah.
I was off Thursday through Monday. So I was just sleeping in. You know what, though? It's been like 3 years since I've done a turkey bowl, and I actually really miss it. But I don't know if my body can do it anymore. To be honest.
Did you do one?
What's that?
Did you play in one?
No, but I was with Burlilla was playing in one, and he was
Yeah.
telling me about it, and it just made me miss it.
I feel it.
We had
Just-
some wars.
Just talking
I
about
was with
that, it makes my
Bill
knees
Becker.
hurt.
Mm-hmm. Dude, we used to play tackle.
Yeah.
I
We did
couldn't
KO
imagine
versus
how-
Canavan.
Yeah. 2-1, by the way.
Yeah, KO.
KO.
Thank
go.
you.
But we won the last one. It was 2-0, then we won the last one. So
What was the last one? We didn't play after, so the last one didn't really mean much, it seems.
it was our senior year. That's when we were at our most athletic.
Wait
Nah.
a minute. You
was,
guys
100%.
beat us our senior year? I don't remember
100%. Joe, don't even lie. You know we did.
Oh, they beat us by a touch. It was like 106 to like 98 or something like that.
It was a ridiculous.
They were over 100. We were right
It
there.
was. I
Jeez.
missed that, dude.
So obviously not a lot of tackling was done. There were a few.
Oh,
Slinging it.
gosh. But all right, guys, let's get into our last week's recap. I can start off with just our weekly wagons and whatnot. So for weekly wagons, we had me and Joe. We both got them right. Joe had Chargers -2.5. I had Raiders +12. Dom, you had Ohio State, Michigan over. That was a very low scoring game.
It was on pace at halftime, just so everybody knows.
So was the Ohio State Penn State one when you took it, and that didn't hit either.
I'm just so done with betting.
So,
I am.
then we'll go to our TD parlays. Dom, you were the only one that got that one right. You had Josh Jacobs, and me and Joe missed. He had Justice Hill. I had Justin Jefferson. And then the Thursday night bets, Joe was the only one that got it right. He had Goff 2+ touchdowns.
Mhm.
I got it wrong with St. Brown over 6.5 catches. I think he had like 10 targets or something. So kind of upset he didn't get that. And a Dom with the heartbreak of the week. He had over 9.5 first quarter points. And in that game, they got tackled on the 1 yard line as like time expired in the first play of the second quarter. Touchdowns hit the 10 points.
Just so typical.
Just a brutal beat. Absolute
Happens to
brutal
That's
everybody.
beat.
Dom's luck.
That is my luck.
Jeez. But then, man, I'll tell you what. We
Tell
didn't do too hot for our locks and whatnot, but wow, did we do good on week?
Talk to him, Steph. Talk to him.
If you guys see here, I'll break it early. There were 16 picks. We got 15 of them right.
Mm-hmm.
15 out of 16.
Golf clap, please.
Now,
So yes, we'll get to it, Joe.
What?
We'll get to the end
Yeah.
when we get there. So if you look, we got Lions, we got Cowboys, we got Packers, we got Chiefs, we got Chargers, we got Steelers, we got Texans, we got Vikings, and this game was the only one we missed. And might I add, this one almost hit because the Patriots kicker attempted, what was it, a 68-yard field goal and barely missed it as
Just
time
short.
expired.
That's
But-
actually a great game.
Yeah, great game here, but got that one wrong. Then we got Seahawks right, Commanders right, Buccaneers, Rams, Eagles, Bills, and then this one, if you guys see, says we got it wrong. But if you go back and look at our last week's episode, we picked Denver to win. Now, Dom, I don't know if I told you this or not. I tried calling you, but you don't answer my calls ever. So,
True.
he didn't pick up when I tried to talk to him about it. But going into the Monday night game, we were in second place, and the team ahead of us had one win more than us. So I was sitting there thinking, I was like, it'd be kind of silly for us to do Broncos, where if you guys look at the split, it's 94% of people went Broncos. So I was kind of like, hey, switch it over to the Browns because most likely he has the Broncos. And then if it switches over and the Browns win, we have a chance to go to the tiebreaker. I end up missing it, but hey, it was calculated risk. There was no hurt since we got it wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could switch like that once. Like, I know it's a Monday night game, obviously, but I didn't know you could switch. Like,
I think you can switch up to like 3 or 4 hours before game time. So, like, I did this the night before, but didn't hit.
Smart move.
Didn't hit. Yeah, it's worth a shot. Didn't work out this time, but that's all right. But guys, I'm pretty sure I was hearing someone talk earlier that's not in this call right now.
Wow.
Get out.
Joe, do you have any idea who that could have been?
It wasn't the Queen. She's gone.
She's
RIP.
Wasn't Harambe.
No.
Well,
Mini-Me's gone. I can't think of anyone.
this is terrible.
That's
Fern
so
Troyer.
weird.
I don't, dude. It's not. I don't know.
That's so weird. You forget.
Yeah,
about
but
it.
like, yeah, I mean,
just like that.
Is
It's
it my
your brother.
sister?
It's your brother.
Oh,
yeah,
my
There
sister.
he is.
Golf clap, golf clap.
Welcome, welcome.
What's up, man?
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. Let's get it rolling.
You excited to be on the pod?
Yeah, fired up. It's been many weeks in the making. I think I was asked to be on week 1 even, but you know, when you have a 2-year-old and have to do bedtime, it's hard to commit. But I offloaded that to the wife tonight to be here.
Thank you.
There you go.
Dedication.
And for the wife.
Appreciate you.
He's got some fire locks tonight too. Let me tell you.
Yes,
Oof.
yes. Speaking of
Oh, man.
locks, let's get right into it. Our weekly wagons. And Michael, why don't you lead us off? You have something
I'm excited
interesting.
for this one. All right, boys, let me take you down a little story here, okay? The year is 2011. All right, 18-year-old Michael is a senior in high school, and he crushed his dad's dreams by saying he wants to go to school and not play a sport, okay? And then he applied to 3 D1 colleges. All right, the first one, University of Pittsburgh, hometown school, love all their sports, denied. Then I applied to a school about 3 hours east of Pittsburgh in a place called Happy Valley, Penn State, denied.
Oh,
But it's good because that was right before the Joe Pa scandal. So I would have to be a psychologist my whole life, okay? And then
huge.
my third application went to the school that's in a little town in the poorest county in Ohio. The name of the county shares the name of the city that the school's in, Athens. I went to Ohio U, the Ohio Bobcats, okay? And another little story within a story. There's a quarterback that was around while I was in school at OU. He wasn't what we call a townie. He didn't grow up there, but his dad was a coach on the football team. And he was the star quarterback for Athens High. They were having the best year in school history, and I was watching them at a bar play in the state finals. Anyone want to guess who that quarterback is?
I know who it is. I'm going to let these two guess.
I have no idea, honestly.
You said 2011?
That's when I was a senior in high school. I don't know if this was maybe 2013, 2014.
Was he a senior, would you say?
I believe he was.
Is it
Ohio
Joe
State.
Burrow?
No.
Mr.
Wow, was
Joe
it really?
Burrow.
Yeah.
So I
I
knew
was
about Joe
thinking-
Burrow before 99.999% of the world did, okay?
That's good.
And now we'll wrap up those stories, which brings me to my wagon. Give me the Ohio Bobcats
Bobby.
to win the MAC championship for the first time since 1968 against their rival, Miami, Ohio Redhawks.
That's
So
a
they played
war.
earlier in the year. Miami got the better of them 30-20 at Miami. Okay. Since then, OU has won 5 straight by an average of 27 points.
Wow.
In the past 2 weeks, they beat Toledo 24-7, who had beat Miami by 10 points this year. They also beat Ball State last week 42-21. Miami only beat them by a touchdown. So the Bobcats are coming on strong. They lost by 10 points earlier in the year. Now they're only a 2.5-point dog. Keep the points. Give me the money line for the Bobcats.
Revenge game, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fired up for that game now.
I'll be dead honest. I've never been more fired up for a college football game than what you just got me right now.
Roll Bob.
Ready to play.
That's a Friday night game, right?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I love it.
Well,
Doesn't matter what day. Doesn't matter what day.
I'm watching no matter what.
I want to go off that energy. I want to go off that energy since you were super passionate about your team with your lock. I think I'm going to go next because it's a team I'm super passionate about. And kind of backstory like you had. A couple weeks ago, I found myself in the snow out in Cleveland, freezing my ass off. And I was like, next time we play these guys, it's going to be a bloodbath. There's going to be a lot of scoring. So I went Steelers-Browns over 44. In the snow, horrible conditions, you have it be a 43-point game. Now you're coming to Pittsburgh, which I assume is going to be much better conditions. Steelers offense is firing at a high that we haven't seen since 2018. Jameis Winston's throwing for 500 yards in a game. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this. So give me the over.
They also just scored 44 themselves last game. Didn't we have 44 or 43 or something like that?
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love that.
Like it, Steph.
And we're going to score 41 of those points, by the way.
Wow.
I love that. I love
That's a lot of points, man.
But you know what? I want to keep with this passion. And Joe, I don't know how passionate you are with your wagon, but I know Dom's passionate about his. Dom, let's hear it.
We all know what time it is. All right. Listen, I'm 2-0 on these bets. I wish I could do this every single Tuesday, but the lines just don't come out. But since it's a pay-per-view Saturday, the UFC fights, they have some lines out. So what I took is under 2.5 in the Nate Landwehr versus Du Hoi Choi. I know it's a funny name. I looked it up. I have actually seen these two dudes fight probably 7 to 10 times each, and they both throw bombs. And, I mean, they're both tough, which worries me a little bit. But the minus 140, I know it's not great value, but it's good enough value for this bet. And I think somebody's going to get knocked out. Let's make it 3-0, fellas. UFC picks.
I love that.
Like that.
What weight class?
I don't think you haven't lost.
That's featherweight 145.
Okay.
Lock it in.
Love that. And Joe, I could be wrong, but let's hear about your wagon.
I'm ready to go.
Are you passionate?
I'm ready to go, dude. I've been calling this out for weeks, and it's about to happen. It's about damn time this is going to happen, right?
Happen.
So you got a national champion winning head coach last year. You add him. Everyone's counting them out. 500 team, maybe a game over, maybe a game under. Now, Chargers came out slow, started firing. Now they're firing on all cylinders. They're playing tough, playing good ball, good defense, real stingy against the Chiefs, who's had close games with just about everybody under the sun this year. And I think the Chargers are going to be the ones that do it. I got Bolts up at Arrowhead. +4, -110. Let's go.
You sprinkling the money line?
Why wouldn't you?
Like it.
Be dumb not to.
Like it.
They're playing well too, man.
Hey, all I'm saying is this is the second week in a row, Three Rivers Rundowns fading the Chiefs. Last week against the Raiders. Yeah.
I'll never be part of that, though. I will never bet against the Chiefs. I just can't do it.
The saying goes, no one has made money fading Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, well, what are they against the spread this year?
Oh, it's got to be terrible.
That's what I would like to hear.
That is, I want to hear that too. It's interesting.
Yeah. But all right, guys, let's go right into our touchdown parlay. Let's keep this one short and sweet. Joe, lead us off.
We got the high school sweethearts. They're back together again. Give me Devontae Adams touchdown.
I like it. Dom, what you got?
I got the bad man from the University of Pittsburgh, James Conner. He hasn't scored in 3 weeks. He's going to score this week.
Love it.
Like it.
Love it.
Michael?
This one's not that much of a well-kept secret as of late. He has 8 touchdowns in his last 8 games. I saw a stat that said if you were $100 better every game for him to score a touchdown, you'd be up over $3,000 on the year. Give me Nick Westbrook-Akine.
All right.
Wow.
I like it.
I was watching that game where he scored his 2nd touchdown, and they said that was his 8th touchdown of the season and only his 20th catch.
Yeah.
So this man, if he touches the ball, it's probably going to be a touchdown.
That's insane.
It's
He
crazy.
didn't have a single catch in the first 4 games, so I don't know if he was hurt or what, but he didn't have a stat. So
Yeah.
that could be why.
And another thing is Mason Rudolph was the one that ignited this, and Levis has just picked up right where he left off.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
And then for me, my touchdown score is, I think right now, because of his position, he probably won't be MVP, but the real MVP of the league, I'm going Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Baddest man on the field every time he walks on. It's crazy.
Well, he's definitely going to win Offensive Player of the Year. That's for sure.
Yeah, he should win MVP. Especially he's on pace to beat Dickerson's rushing record. So
Yeah, it's a quarterback-friendly league now, man. It's hard to
yeah.
not give it to a quarterback now.
But all right, going right into our Thursday night props. I'll start it off. I was burnt last week from them, but I don't think I'm going to be burnt again. Taking St. Brown 70+ yards.
Mm-hmm.
His over/under for catches was 6.5 again, but I stayed away from it because I can't do the same bet 2 weeks in a row. But I went 70 yards. And Joe, your bet kind of looks similar to your last week one. What you got cooking for us?
It does. We're trying a new little system out. So obviously, Lions potentially probably are the most feared team in the NFL. Score a lot of points. They're tough, punch you in the mouth. However, I think Jordan Love's going to be on a different level tomorrow in Detroit. There's going to be a lot of love in Detroit. Give me Love, 2+ touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I will say, though? Another great bet that I didn't have for my lock would be a Jordan Love interception. High-scoring game. They're going to throw the ball a lot. You have the league leader in picks. Well, tied in picks. You can see something happen there.
It's true.
Okay.
Dom, I just thought of something. I didn't realize this till just now. All 3 of us have very similar bets that we did last week. I'm just going with St. Brown again. Joe went quarterback 2+ passing touchdowns with Dom. What do you got?
Mine's literally the same bet as last week, and I'm only doing it this week again because of what happened to me last week. I don't know if you guys watched or not, but it was 3-0, and there was 46 seconds left on the clock, and I believe it was Montgomery got tackled at the 1-yard line. If they would have scored, they obviously would have kicked the extra point, would have went over. Of course, I got screwed. It's just my luck, like Joey said earlier. But I'm doing the same thing this week. I am going over 9.5, like Steph said. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Two great quarterbacks that sling the ball. So I can see them getting about 13, 14 points in the first quarter.
I like it. Love that bet.
And Michael, round it off for us. What do you got?
I was kind of surprised at this prop bet when I saw it. But then I went to see this player's past 3 games, and he actually went under on receiving yards at this yardage. But I like him over for this game. That's Jaden Reed, over 47.5 receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
Last time he played Detroit, 5 catches, 113 yards. That was just 4 weeks ago. I think Green Bay is going to have to keep pace with Detroit's defense. Detroit has some pass rushers that are out, and also 2 inside linebackers are hurt. So I think that opens up the middle of the field and Jaden Reed to get some yaks.
Nice.
I like it a lot.
Hopefully he gets a touchdown, maybe 2.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of him. Big fan of him.
He's solid.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Let's go right into weekly pick'ems. We'll do if there's a tiebreaker. Joe, you have a coin. We'll flip it.
Sure do.
Heads home team, tails away team. All right, ladies. And also, let's start it off. I want Michael, you be the closer this week.
I love that.
I want you to go last.
Okay.
We'll have it a brother sandwich. Joe lead it off, then Dom, me, Michael. Sounds good?
Good.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
See, I'm torn on this one. I'm torn on this one just because I'm going to go Packers. I'm going to go Packers on the road.
I'm also taking Green Bay.
I'm hammering Lions.
Go Pack, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
See you, Steph. See ya. All right,
remember
this
that one.
one. This one's interesting too. I'm tempted to do it. Tempted to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm going Dolphins. Could be a game I see them lose though.
I just think Rodgers is just mentally checked out, man. I'm taking Miami as well.
I don't know what it is. I guess I'm just against you guys this week, but I hate them. But I think the Jets pull this one out.
You know, last week was exactly what we thought would happen with the Dolphins going up to play in cold weather, and they suck. But now that they're home, that makes me lean towards them. But also, the Jets got to get a win at some point, right?
I think.
I don't know if they're down and out bad. Let's go Jets and flip that coin, Joe.
Flip the coin. Flip it, Joe.
All right. We got heads. We got tails. Oh, dropped it. And we got tails. It's the Jets.
Come on, man.
I just want to say this is 2 in a row. We have big underdogs. If these hit, we could be looking good in the standings.
Didn't see.
That's
This
true.
is crazy too because I oh my God, I wanted the Falcons. Give me the Falcons.
Wow.
I gotta take
Falcons.
the Vikings here at home.
Revenge game. Kirk's going crazy.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I'm going Vikings also.
You can keep that coin in your pocket, Joe. I'm going Vikings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys are messing up. Flip this one. I'm gonna clip that and send it out. Yeah, give me Saints here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints as well. I think it's a close game though.
I'm with you as well. Michael, what would you have said?
I was going Saints. Giants might not win another game.
Eagles.
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 Eagles. Might be one I'd look at Panthers spread. They're getting like 12.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to take Eagles and a pick them.
Black and yellow. Black and gold.
We already know.
Give the Bucks. I think that one's simple.
Yeah, I love Baker. Give me Tampa.
Yeah.
Sam.
Give me Mac Jones the upset.
I actually really like Tennessee's defense. I know they just got torched last week, but they've been playing well all year. I'm gonna take Tennessee.
I'm with you on Tennessee.
Yeah, I think the Jags are in shambles. I'd like Tennessee here at home.
Remember that one too.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Cardinals are solid right now. Seahawks are in the lead for their division, and I'm going to go Seahawks on the road.
I swear you pick Seattle every week.
I love Seattle, dude.
I'm taking Arizona. I think Arizona actually is a solid team overall. I know they haven't been performing well. They should have won last week against Minnesota, and I think they bounced back and get a victory.
I'm with you, Dom. I'm Cardinals.
You know what? If this was played in Seattle, I'd probably lean Seahawks. But like Dom said, they played real well against the Vikings last week. The Cardinals did. And I like the Cardinals here.
Joe, another one.
Shouldn't be 95-5. I think it's going to be a close game. God, I really want to take the Rams, but I'm going to go Bills here, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to take Buffalo as well.
I'm on Buffalo.
Okay.
Michael.
Yeah, I could have been convinced to go Rams here, but
Me too. I was thinking about it.
San Fran.
Yeah, I just think they're a more physical football team. I know they're banged up, but I'm taking Niners.
I'll go Niners too.
I was going to go Bears. Coming off that. You always see when there's an interim coach, the team gets a little bit of a boost. The Niners aren't the Niners of the past few years right now. So I think they're very vulnerable to take an L. But
yeah,
I was gonna say I was very close to going Bears. Very
here's
close.
the thing. I have +4, but I'm gonna take them to win. You guys don't have to be with me if you don't think.
I ride with you no matter what. You know that with your weekly wagon, I always ride with them. I'm taking Chargers.
100% riding with Joe's weekly wagon. They lose by 3. I'm taking Chiefs.
Let's ride. Wait, you're taking Chiefs?
I went Chiefs.
that threw me off too.
I was like all fired up to join in. No, I think the Chargers. No one plays the Chiefs better than their divisional opponents.
That's true. I feel like Raiders always have close games with them.
Right.
I said that last week.
You're right.
Bengals probably by 1 billion.
Bengals.
All right, and now tiebreaker. BetMGM has it at 50. I'll get my calculator out so when we say it, we can actually find a real average.
I'm going 52.
Okay, Joe's 52.
Go ahead, Michael.
Kind of like it at 45.
45.
I'm going to do 50 on the dot.
50, and I was thinking 56. So that's 50.75, so 51.
Okay.
All right, Just do a quick recap. We went Packers, Jets, Vikings, Saints, Eagles, Lurs, Buccaneers, Titans, Cardinals, Bills, 49ers, Chargers, Bengals. We have 1, 2, 3 upsets, so could be a big week.
That could be a big week.
You never see a chalk week in the NFL across the board.
Yeah.
You need some sprinkled in.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're just under a half hour. What do you guys want to talk about?
Several things.
Let's hear it. Bring a topic.
Well, since it was most recent, I want to talk about the Browns-Broncos game last night. What a freaking game. That was fun to watch.
Wonderful.
You gotta love Jameis and just respect what he does.
Yeah.
Man. He just goes out there. He doesn't care. He's just tossing that ball around, and he actually got unlucky with that first interception. But he plays ball, man. Listen, he's a lot better than Watson for Cleveland. So
yes,
I'll tell you what. He is a gunslinger. He's like the definition of a gunslinger. He's gonna throw a touchdown pass, but to what team? You have no idea.
Right, 100%.
Which I love.
Dude,
I love that.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns did he have yesterday? 5?
4, I think.
4.
And
yeah,
pick 6?
2 pick sixes.
2.
2 of them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He was one away from the NFL record.
Right.
That's wild.
That's wonderful.
But
Judy.
Yeah, Judy, crazy game too.
Yeah, Judy's stat line 9 for 235 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Jameis was 3 yards shy of 500.
Would that if that would have been a touchdown at the end of the game instead of being a pick, was that 3 yards?
Oh yeah.
I know it was close. It was right around
that
that
would
area.
be. Yeah,
I think it was anywhere between 2 to 4.
Well,
it would have been close.
What do you mean?
It wasn't on the goal line stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't on the goal line.
No.
Wait, first and goal to Denver too.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No, the second.
That wasn't a pick 6 though.
No.
44 seconds left in the game.
We're thinking of that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the pick 6.
He ran like an out or something. Yeah.
But by the way, that absolutely destroyed me because you had Njoku here and you had Judy following him. And when he threw in that direction, if one of those would have caught the touchdown pass, this one team in fantasy would have lost and I would have jumped to first place because of it. So when it was a pick, I was just destroyed.
Hey,
It just had to go to one of them. Yeah.
Guys, I have a confession to make.
What's that?
Was anyone else kind of rooting for the Browns to win last night?
Yes, 100%.
Partially.
100%. No doubt. Dude, that's massive for the Steelers because we're not clinching that division yet. So, like,
Steph and I were watching it together, and I was like, I don't hate the Browns like I hate the Ravens and the Bengals.
No.
Like, I just, like, I feel bad almost a little bit.
well,
It's just
Mikey,
like all those years they suffered, and I'm just like, I can't hate them. I dislike them.
They don't crush our dreams enough for us to hate them.
Yeah, but Michael, were you saying that because of the playoff situation, or were you just saying in general?
Just in general, just like my gut was rooting for them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just want to see.
Unlike you guys, I hate the Browns. My college roommate was a Browns fan, so every Sunday we had to have the game on, and I had to hear about how the Steelers blow it every year. So because of that, I hate the Browns. But 100% during that game, I was rooting for them because I love Jameis. He's just like such a goofy, lovable guy, and it's like you got to root for him. And especially since like they're out of playoffs, like it's not like it's going to come back and like bite us because they would have won that game. So it's like,
and another thing, just for Jameis to do well, just to shit on their front office.
Yeah.
Like literally, like the
I feel like the public completely flipped their opinion on Jameis over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they went from like him stealing crab legs and that he's like a cancer to the locker room type thing. But I think it was just he is just who he is and has always been that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, but when you're the number one pick in the draft, like you have such a target on your back and so many eyes on you, people expect you to be all like prim and proper. But he's just out of the country down in Alabama somewhere and just goofy dude is who he is.
Yeah,
I feel like similar story to like Baker Mayfield a little bit too.
Except he's actually like a prick. I like him though.
I love Baker. I love
like
Baker.
He doesn't care if you think he's a prick or not.
No.
Yeah.
But the public could switch on him too in a good way.
When Jameis had that interview, it was either before the game or at halftime of the Steelers-Browns game, and he like came out and he was like all happy. He's like, the Lord blessed me to play in a snow game. That interview, I loved it. It was like, he looked so serious, and they brought up the snow, and it was like a little kid on Christmas, like the little smile he was getting. Like,
there was a quote from their running back Jerome Ford that said, "Jameis tells the play in the huddle like he has a surprise to tell you about."
I saw that. Dude. That's hilarious. But like, I could picture
it. Yeah, he's a gem.
What do we got?
You said you had a few things to talk about. What's something else?
Well, I wanted to talk about the Browns and Broncos.
What McCaffrey?
Yeah, McCaffrey out for the year. That's and Mason with him. Well,
non-contact injuries, man. I knew right away.
Yeah.
What happened to Mason? I didn't even notice what happened to him.
I think
until it got announced on Twitter.
Sprained ankle. I don't think it's anything like too serious. It's just he won't play the rest of the season because they're not in playoffs. If they were in playoff contention, he'd probably play in the playoffs at some point. They're 5-7.
Yeah, I don't think they.
Oh wow, I didn't realize.
There's 8. The last wild card right now probably has 8 wins.
Yeah,
Commanders maybe.
I think the Steelers win one more. I think if we get to 10, I know this is kind of off topic, but if we get to 10, I think we're solidified in the playoff spot.
Yeah.
Whether it's a wild card or.
Oh yeah.
That's what. Like I wasn't worried at all after we lost to the Browns. I was like,
I
wasn't, dude. And the odds were plus money. I was like, it's free.
But dude, we had Cincy. That was no easy game. Obviously, then we got Philly, KC, Baltimore. Cleveland again. Cleveland has Jameis now. They can play with us a little bit.
Regardless, if we get to 10 wins, win 2 of them.
Right. No, I agree, but it's no easy games.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there's anyone on our schedule that really like scares me to where I'm like, that's a loss for sure. Like I think
however,
it will scare me.
Philly scares me.
Like I think they're a good team, but it's not like going into the game, I was like, oh, we don't have a chance of winning. Like this game's chalked.
I'm not like scared of the Chiefs. Like I'm excited to play them because like I mean that's a real test that
Who are you guys most scared of in the AFC?
Buffalo.
I'd have to agree.
I mean, Kansas City obviously will always be scared with with Mahomes.
Playoffs,
I just think Josh Allen's on a different level right now.
Mahomes getting a weapon back soon.
Yeah, Hollywood,
yeah.
Wait,
But
real quick.
He probably won't stay healthy in the cold.
Just because you guys just said his name, Josh Allen. How about him being the first quarterback to pass, catch, and run a touchdown in one game?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of ridiculous that he got. What was it? He threw it to, or Amari caught it, he pitched it to him, whatever. I don't think they should both count.
If you look at like the box score and everything, it says he has 0 catches for 7 yards and a touchdown.
Yes.
Like if you're not even going to credit him with a catch, how are you going to say it's a receiving?
Yeah, you would think that's a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
So in fantasy, did he get 12 points for that?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous though. Like, I mean, it's cool and all, but like, I don't think that should be a double touchdown.
See, the only other person that I can think of that's done something like that would have been Mariota, but it's not like a receiver caught it. Like he passed it, the ball was batted down, then he caught it and scored.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like something like that. Okay, I guess you could count that as a receiving touchdown, but yeah, Josh Allen's. That should be rushing for him after that point.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yes, right now the standings are Kansas City first place, Buffalo in second. We're a game back in third, and then right behind us is Chargers at 8-4, Texans, Ravens, and Broncos all at 8-5. Dude, is there a world where the Ravens don't get in?
Yeah,
absolutely. Houston's probably one of the most surprising teams to me this year. I thought they were going to be really, really good.
They've been banged up a lot though.
Yeah, but Stroud hasn't been himself. Well, Stroud hasn't been himself from last year.
Yeah, but you lose Nico Collins for
you have
big chunk of the season.
Yeah, but how many receivers do you want to have?
Well, I get that, but you got to think like losing a couple of your top weapons. Joe Mixon missed a couple games. Like you're missing a lot on offense. Year? Nico Collins for the full season.
Yeah, but he had Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs for at least 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
Don't they still have Mechie on their team too?
Mechie, yeah.
Robert Woods
is a 3 now.
And they have that Xavier Hutchinson, I believe, too.
So to my point about the Ravens, I just looked at their schedule and they have at the Giants, in Pittsburgh, at Houston, and then home versus the Browns. So other than us,
2-2.
Browns might be tough, but
Houston, I think they can lose.
Get you in.
They can lose 3 of those games though.
100%. Dude, we play them so well.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
Both games.
I always say it's like even when the Steelers like aren't that good, our team is just like built to beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
So like we can like not compete with many teams. We play the Ravens and it's a great matchup.
I think that's how Cleveland is with us too. But like the opposite way.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like they just play well with us. They always have for the last. I mean, no, I shouldn't say they always have. The last couple of years.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I always look at like we're a very bad matchup to beat the Bengals, but we always beat the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm never.
DJ always makes a play.
Yeah.
He has Burrow's number, whether it's interceptions that he jumps right in front of or a strip sack.
Yeah.
Seems like our defense always steps up against the Bengals in a big way.
Nicky Herbig stepping up too.
He's a freak.
3 games in a row, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but they weren't sacks. The one was on Henry. Then the other 2 were strip sacks.
Yeah, can I just say that I had Herbig over 0.25 sacks at plus 155 on Sunday?
Wow.
Cash.
Wow. Go ahead.
Have you guys noticed how quiet Minka's been this year?
All season.
Oh, yeah.
All season, dude. He hasn't done anything. I shouldn't say that because he does make a lot of tackles, but like
if you want to talk to somebody about that, talk to my dad, and he will absolutely rip Minka, Joey Porter, and Patrick Queen.
Joey Porter's struggling.
Dude, Porter, that he's literally being targeted. Like they're like, where's Porter on the field? That's where we're going with the ball. And it's
Deshaun
either a
Elliott's
penalty
great.
or he's getting burnt. Yeah.
Love the way Elliott plays.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's been a nice spark, nice addition.
For how
to our
bad
team.
Porter, like, it seems like every game I'm pissed off at Porter for something. But
Yep.
Yes.
what about on the opposite side? Jackson, I can't name anything that he's really done bad this year off the top of
He's
my
been
head.
great.
Yeah.
You know,
He's been
been
really
great.
good.
It's almost like a lineman. Like, you want to not hear anything about your corner throughout the game.
Yeah.
Because that means he's on his guy. He's not giving up big plays or penalties.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You want
I
those
think-
guys to go unnoticed.
And I think he's third in the NFL in picks.
And third in Pro Bowl,
Yeah.
Pro Bowl voting right now too.
Question. So, allegedly, don't know if it's confirmed or not, but I saw that Deontay might have requested a trade or a release from the Ravens. We made out on that trade like crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think Deontay would still be good here. Truthfully,
Great
but
for us.
are we able to pick him up? Because I know we weren't able to trade for him. Steph, are you sure if he's a free
Are you
agent?
sure about that?
If he
I
gets
don't-
released,
I don't know if he's not allowed to come to the team for X amount of time.
Oh wow.
I want to
See, I
say if
find
he
it
gets
hard to
released,
believe
there's
he's free agent.
waivers that can happen.
I know
Yeah.
a trade for sure he couldn't come to us, but I think release he can't either.
That's interesting to me.
I don't know
I
if
don't
I
know.
want him though.
I think he'd be great for us right now. He helps us
Calvin
out.
Austin's been playing really well. I saw someone.
Well, hey, it's easy. You tell him play your role and shut your mouth. You'll get the ball a little bit.
Yep.
Hey, you know what?
Deontay?
Yeah,
And you think that's gonna he's gonna be like, yeah, okay.
he wants to play football this year for
Yeah.
a good team. Yeah, he will because he
I
loves
actually
Mike
agree.
Tomlin. too.
What
I
happens
agree
when
with
we
you,
put
Joe.
him in and he drops a slant on third down that ends up costing us the game?
Yeah, but he's
Because
gonna
Van
get
Jeff-
open.
Van Jefferson comes back in.
He's gonna
I
get open.
think- I think the biggest thing with him is it's not his on the field stuff; it's off the field. I think
Yeah.
he's not a good teammate.
I mean, probably, but
But how can you say that? Like, what's shown you that he's a bad teammate?
Well,
I know
by,
he had one or two
by
instances. where-
teammate, I'm saying like how he goes like to media and like complains about certain things.
Didn't Minka
Like,
almost beat his ass in the locker room?
Oh, really?
was that Deontay?
I thought so.
Minka
Fact check.
almost beat someone up. I can't remember who.
I love that about Minka.
Yeah, he cares.
Yeah, they had to get broken up by Hayward and Watt. It was
Wow.
after a game,
Uh,
into a heated argument.
Wow.
I like it.
Well, maybe I'm wrong then. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was like there was never a huge problem before, like last year, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And there were some
sure,
little
he's a
things.
good receiver. Don't get me wrong, but I think there is some bad that comes with his play too. With
Runs
in regards to
backwards,
drops. And
Yeah.
As a side note, I've been bitching about why Mike Williams hasn't been on the field as much or much at all or getting the ball. But then I was seeing on Twitter some clips of Skoranek blocking. And I think
Yes.
that's why we see him in the game on downs that you would think maybe Williams should get the rep.
Yeah.
Skoranek's been a machine blocking.
Pancakes all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't understand how valuable that is too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know if this was like true or just someone's opinion, but they said he's the best blocking receiver in the league.
Sean
I don't know
McVay.
if that's like 100%.
I saw a quote that he said that he's going to set out to be that.
Okay.
'Cause I'm-
Recently though, it was because he had a pancake in the game on Sunday, I think, and someone tweeted that, and I was like, I wonder if
Oh.
that's true. Yeah. Pickens is a good blocker when he wants to.
He's such a goof, dude.
He is.
I love him, but he's such a goof.
I don't think he can stop it either.
I don't
No.
think he can either.
I don't think there's nothing that Tomlin can tell him. I don't know. No
Yeah,
witch
but-
doctor can concoct anything for him to change how
Yeah.
he is and how he acts. But
One thing I liked about like how he was kind of getting a little crazy, couple penalties. It was Broderick Jones going up and trying to get his head straight.
yeah,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
Broderick hasn't had a good year at all. Like,
So I
he's
think they were
stunk.
roommates at Georgia. Broderick said that they were roommates, and he kind of knows what makes him tick.
Yeah.
But in the game, I was like, Jesus Christ, if Jones has to go be the voice of reason to pick
Yeah. Right.
talk about the blind
Right.
leading the blind.
Yeah.
He's having a better year though. He started off really bad, but
Oh.
he's doing better.
He's played better than more the past like 3 or 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this about him too, especially like at the beginning when like he was being slandered by the media, like he'd come in, get penalties, get pulled and everything. Since then, every time he's in, you see someone gets tackled, he's the first person there to help him up. There's like a pushing like match or something in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first one to break it up. Like he's a big team guy.
And he gets downfield to block. He throws blocks at the third level, like second, third level. On Najee's one long run where Najee actually ran into him like 15 yards downfield, but like Jones was hauling ass down there. He got to the third level.
Did you guys go ahead, Jeff?
I was going to say, he reminds me like both Jones and JPJ, whenever they're bad, they're real bad. Like when it rains, it pours with them, whether it's
really noticeable
or just like very poor play. But then they'll have stretches of games where you don't hear anything from them, in a good way. But those 2 seem like when it's bad, it's real bad.
Yeah, Joey Porter's just struggling. I feel like that's the last couple games for him, man.
It has been. I thought he started off the year pretty decent. I know he was like, he was up there in cornerback rankings.
Yeah, he's just so damn grabby.
Yeah.
I don't mind that though. Like certain penalties, like if he's a physical guy, like you got to expect penalties like that. But
that one
physical, but it's also like
very excessive.
Don't grab him. It's gonna get called.
Yeah,
every time, and it's at the most inopportune times, whether on like a third down or like pinning them at our 1 for first and goal.
Yeah.
Like I know there's some times where you just got to give up a penalty, but I don't know. It seems like it just happens at the worst times.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally agree.
What do you guys think about the coaching search for the Bears? Do you guys have any names?
I mean,
Well, Ben Johnson's the obvious one from
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury's having a great year.
I saw like I don't know if this was true or anything, but I saw Pete Carroll or Belichick in there. I don't know
why they would do that though.
Well, just because they're such a bad franchise for so long, they need to kickstart it.
What's a 7-year-old dude gonna do there?
Yeah,
I mean those are 2. I mean, how many Super Bowls do those guys have? I mean, Pete Carroll won, but
so I mean, when
they've done it
before, for 55 years apiece, that you're going to do.
But like they
I know you're saying
a winning program, so like it's more of like it might be a culture thing in Chicago, and they just can't shake it. So you need to get a guy that's been there and been through all that and created a good culture. So I don't know unless.
I think a guy like Vrabel can do well there.
Yeah,
that's a good name too.
They were saying the owners want a leader of men.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that means like they're not just going to go for the hot young O coordinator.
Right.
Yeah.
Which leads me to think that Vrabel might be a decent fit there.
For sure.
I think Belichick's going to go to Dallas. I do. I don't know why. I know him and Jerry Jones probably won't get along too well, but I think I think Jerry Jones is ready to make a move.
No, hold on a minute. I disagree. Jerry Jones like last week or the week before, someone was asking about like Mike McCarthy's future with the Cowboys, and he said something along the lines of like, people are talking about like, is he going to get fired? He goes, I should think about extending him. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. He's a really good football coach. Like now.
But I mean, if they have another bad year,
Jerry Bear might be full of shit there. Just
this was recent. This is after Dak got hurt. This is like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week. I don't know. Could have been not true because it was like a quoted thing, but I don't know.
Did you guys see for the Bears every time or the last 3 first-round quarterbacks they got, they fired their head coach the same exact season they drafted the quarterback?
Oh, really?
Trubisky, Fields, and now Caleb. all their rookie years during the season, their head coach got fired.
Wow.
That's right there. You're
No.
Yeah, that's not
This
true.
is the first time in like 100 years that they fired a coach mid-season.
Mid-year.
Maybe
He's
at the
right.
end of the season.
Michael's right. Yeah, it's the first time they fired somebody in season. 100%. It might have been after the season too, like Michael said.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure.
I saw the same thing. It's the first time ever in their franchise history.
Yeah. Where did Eberflus come from before the Bears?
Is it Indy?
That's what I was thinking. I think it is. You're right.
I think it was Indy's DC with they had a good OC that year too. Oh, no, it's not him. Who was their OC that year? I think the same year.
The OC get a head coaching job the same year?
Yeah. Oh, it was the dude from Arizona, Shane Steichen, or whatever his name is. Dude from Arizona. What was that dude's name?
Gannon.
Gannon, I'm sorry, yeah.
Jonathan Gannon, yeah.
I think. I could be wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. No, that sounds right.
Yeah, Steph, I'm almost positive.
No, yeah, you guys are right. It was they fired him like after the season then, but they've never had 2 seasons with him.
It's crazy. I think
Yeah.
that dude had to go, though. He's a defensive guy. They got all these weapons on offense. Like, it just doesn't work like that. Like, you need a guy that knows what he's doing on the offensive side a little bit.
Who is their OC?
It was he got fired. So they have an interim one now. I don't remember.
Was it? Oh, it was yeah, the Seattle dude, I think. Yeah, and Jackson Smith and Jigba earlier this year, they were like asking about how he likes McDonald and play calling this and that, and he goes, and someone was like, how does it compare to like last year's? And he just like made a face like, and he goes, is this live? And they're like, no. And he goes, and then they did it again. And he goes, oh yeah, great dude. Like, I like him a lot. He's great at what he does.
So wait, was he saying like it was better last year, or
No,
it was saying it's better this year?
way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gino's having a great year. He's third, I think, in passing.
I just think it's tough on these younger quarterbacks to come in and work with a defensive coach. I think you need a guy that's gonna, like a younger OC at least or something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that, but like at the same time, like the offensive coordinator basically is the head coach, like of the offense. You know what I mean? Like they run everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, head coach has a lot of say in things, but it's their show.
I actually think Arthur Smith's going to get looked at a little bit.
I know.
Again.
I hope he doesn't, though.
Same. I think he is, though. I think some teams – I'm not saying he's going to get a job for sure next year, but maybe the following year.
I like him. I'm not all in on him, though.
Dude, he has our offense playing well, man.
I know, but like Russ is also playing really well. Like,
why is Russ? I mean, it all coincides with one another.
Yeah,
right.
I guess. I mean, I was going to say, like, why don't you see Fields with these close to these kinds of numbers? I mean, one time I think he did, but
I don't think Fields anywhere near the passer.
Yeah, he's not. He's not even close.
I was thinking if, say, Smith gets a head coaching job at the end of the year, I wouldn't hate bringing in Dayball if he gets fired from New York.
Oh, I would love that.
Because he had the Bills coming when he was up there.
I think New York should fire their GM and keep Dable.
Dude, would Cade Bell be a crazy statement to make right now?
Yes.
Incredibly crazy statement.
Yeah. Way too early.
No, I know, but like, hey, Pitt's offense was looking good until
Yeah.
How about
I know.
So I guess after this week it dropped a little, but going into this week, or should I say after the Steeler game, the top 3 passers in the NFL in yards per game was 1 Joe Burrow, 2 Russell Wilson, 3 Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
Now Lamar
QBR?
No, yards per game.
Wow.
Lamar fell. He's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's now 6th, but Burrow is 1, Fields is 2, or Wilson's 2.
Wilson's 2. Wow.
Yeah, Wilson's averaging 271 a game, and Burrow 278.
Yeah, Russ looked like Seattle Russ this past week.
He did.
Scrambling around, making plays with with his feet within the pocket. It's good to see.
I think maybe I was talking about this with Joe or somebody else, but this is the first time the Steelers had a 400-yard passer since like November 2018.
Since Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
6 years for us.
Way
to
too
hit
long.
this mark.
Feels like a decade.
Well,
Do
it
you
was
guys-
how long for us to get 400 yards in a game total offense.
True.
Back Canada.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Do you guys have so let's say, not including the Steelers, what's the most likely Super Bowl matchup in your head?
I got Buffalo and Philly. I think Philly's better than Detroit. I do.
Yeah.
I know it might sound crazy, but
I do too, Dawn, but I was gonna say Detroit and Buffalo, but
That's what I was leaning. I don't know, but Dawn, to your point, I feel like the Lions might really miss Aiden Hutchinson in the playoffs.
yeah,
Like that big playmaker in your front seven.
yeah.
Anzalone, I'm pretty sure he was their captain too. He's
So I'm
out.
kind of shocked they didn't go after Crosby at all, but I mean it makes sense. But
I think they did.
Crosby
but the
didn't want to
Raiders-
leave.
I don't
Yeah,
think
Raiders
Raiders
said
were going to
no.
budge on him.
yeah,
He's like all they have.
it's true.
I'll tell you what. Wait, Michael, who do you have as your Super Bowl matchup?
I was leaning Detroit Bills, which isn't that sexy because I think they're the two lowest odds right now.
You know what
Yeah.
I was gonna say is Detroit, and the only thing different from you guys is KC.
Yeah.
Because I think Bills and KC don't see each other until the AFC Championship, and it's Bills struggle with KC, and I already got them once this year.
Bold prediction:
Don't know if they get them twice.
KC doesn't make it to the AFC Championship.
Ooh. Would that be the first times with Mahomes? First time with Mahomes? that they
Yeah.
don't?
So that means you think Pittsburgh's get in there? Is that what that means?
Yeah, I
Here
could
we-
dark horse in the NFC. It's Green Bay for me.
yeah, I
Agreed.
agree with that.
Dude, they're good.
Mhm.
Joe is
I,
telling
not
me
even really
that-
like a dark horse, but like just a
I
non-favorite.
mean,
Well, they're third in their division right now. How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's true.
Joe
Like-
was saying yesterday, Steelers Packers Super Bowl. Steelers get their revenge.
That would be
that'd be
amazing.
sweet.
Love it.
We
I'd
played
love
good
that.
against them too, at least the last couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Love would have like a billion turnovers,
Mhm.
a couple strip sacks. Maybe Menka gets an interception for once.
Now you're asking for a lot.
Please. He's
The boy
doing
can dream, can he?
But all right, guys, we're getting right around that hour mark. I think we go to wrap it up. Does anybody have any closing thoughts they'd like to say?
Go Steelers.
Go
Do not sleep on the Ohio Bobcats, men.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Bobbies.
Whether it's a Friday game, Saturday,
Mhm.
don't matter.
Tomorrow
Go
afternoon.
All right.
Let's go.
Well, guys, like we said at the top of the episode, we have a TikTok now. If that's something that interests you, shoot over to TikTok, give us a follow, like a couple videos. For YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and we will catch you next week. We out of here. Peace. And thank you, Michael, for joining.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, fellas.
Golf clap, golf
Be
clap.
sure
Golf
to
clap.
come back.
Pleasure. We
Appreciate
love to
it.
have you again.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
We out of here.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
See ya.